Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carly and I run a handmade small business called Marie-Lynn Made. And today I kind of thought I would just bring you along with me, kind of like a day of working. I don't have a specific project that I'm working on. I'm working on a couple different things. We've got a lot of markets coming up, so we need to do a lot of market prep. And I still have in my closet like a bunch of Kindle and book sleeves, and then the large ones as well. I've got a whole bunch of those. I think I'm okay on the keychain wallets for now. And I showed you guys last week how I bulk prep all of the quilted pieces for my keychain wallets and pencil cases. But I'm going to today work on these prayer quilts, the top part. This just looks so funny to me. I don't know if you guys can see it, but all the strings are just like flowing out that way. Anyways, that was a squirrel moment. But I'm going to work on sewing this little piece here onto my 4-inch squares. And I've got this stack done so far, but I've got this whole big stack that we're going to work on today. And then also, which I'm probably going to do those a little bit later, but this is my not big, but this is my container of AirPod cases. And I've got the front and the liner, like the outer and the liner piece already sewn together, right sides together. And I made these little templates out of cardboard, and I'm hoping it's going to make the process go a little bit quicker for me. So I've got the opening down at the bottom here, and this is for the regular ones. So, and I'll show you guys when I bring you down, but I will put it up, like line it up to the top there, and I'm just going to make a mark and then we'll just sew those, because the way that I have my AirPod cases, they have these little slants there, or diagonals. So we have to do that on all of these AirPod cases, and that would be one of the steps, and then we'll turn them right side out and then go from there. So I think I'm just going to start working on marking all of these AirPod cases and then sewing them and flipping them right side out. So I'm going to do that first, and I will show you guys the process. And again, I'm hoping these little cardboard templates help out. So let's get to marking those, and I'll bring you guys along with me. All right, so what I'm going to do first is separate them between the pro size and the regular AirPod size, which I think most of these are going to be the pros, because I sell more of those than the regular size AirPods. But this way we can just have them separated and do like the regular size and then the pro size with the marking. Okay. So as you can see, my stack of the pro ones versus the regular ones, pros are I have a lot more of those. So let me get this out of the way, and we'll start with the regular ones. Here comes Buddy. Hey, my boy. What are you doing? Okay, make sure you can see. So I've got my regular AirPod one, and I'm going to go from the opposite side of my opening there. Make sure it's lined up here, and just make a little mark. So now, let me see. You guys can see my little pen marks here, and I'm just going to sew right across that, and then we'll trim the little corners off. Because before, the way I was doing it was getting, I don't have it with me, but my like measuring tape, and I was doing it that way, and it was just taking so much time. So I think that this will be much quicker. And I just like to do this style with like the little slants. I guess, not a slant, what would that be? Like a diagonal? I know a lot of people like to do like a rounded top, but honestly, that's not my strong suit, and I know my strengths and weaknesses, and sewing like a curve or like a circle, it's just, I'm not that great at it, and I don't want to put out a product that I'm not happy with. So this was kind of my way of making these AirPod cases. So if you guys, you know, like the rounded top rather than, you know, almost like a, I guess it'd be kind of like a trapezoid, but like this style, you guys can do whatever you want. You know, that's, again, that's the good thing about crafting and making things, and there are no rules in creating. So if you guys are good at sewing those, go right ahead. I just know that I can't sew them like that. So this was kind of my way of making them. And I'd like to one day, instead of using the Pellon, the fusible fleece that I use, I want to try and do like quilted ones, which I think would be super cute too. So that's definitely on my list of things I want to make. And so far, using this template has already saved me time, so that's a positive. What I need to do really is write down all of my markets on a calendar, because I've signed up for quite a few this year for the, you know, market season, and I just want to make sure I don't forget about any that I have coming up. I know I have 2, let me see, I think it's 3 in September. Let's check them out, because I've already taken the dates off at work. So I have them on here, time off. Yeah. So I've got 2 in September, and then 1, 2 in October so far, and then 2 in November, and then 1 in December. But there is another small farmer's market in town, and if anybody's local to me, it's the Spring Hill Farmers Market that's on 19 by the Chili's, which that one, I normally can just message them or email them, and if they have a spot, they'll let me in. So I'm gonna, once I write down all the ones that I've already signed up and been accepted for, I'm gonna email them and see if I can get in on any of those open dates. Because what I'd like to do is do a market every Saturday if possible. Okay, so we have both piles here, the pros and the regulars, and they all have their little markings on them that I'm just gonna sew right across those, and then we'll cut the corners and we can turn them right side out. At least this only, I would say with this template that I used, it only took me maybe about 15 minutes. I wouldn't, maybe not even 15 minutes, but that was much, much faster than doing it the other way. So if you guys are making these AirPods, get yourself a little template here. So, and that's just some like box that I had, an Amazon box that I just cut up. So just a little tip for you guys, if you're going to be making these AirPod cases and doing the tops like I do, just get yourself a little template. But yeah, so now we're just going to cut up not cut up, we're going to sew up the little corners there, and then we'll cut them. So I'll see you in a few. Okay, so it's the next day. I underestimated how long it would take me to turn them right side out after cutting the corners and ironing them. So I did that this morning and I've got them all here. We have 2 stacks of pros and then the regular here. And I have about 3 hours before I have to get ready for a market. By the time you guys are seeing this, it'll already be past, but I have a market down in Trinity at a brewery, and it's a night market. It is from 6 to 10 p.m. So I'm just gonna see how many of these I can do the top stitch on. That way I can have something to work on at the market. I like to bring something with me to keep myself busy in case it is a little bit of a slower market. But yeah, I'm just going to work on doing the top stitch all around these, and then doing the top stitch, it'll close up that hole that we have on the bottom there. So I've got about 3 hours and I'm gonna work on these and then pack up everything for the market. So let's see how many of these I can get stitched. All right, I got this stack done with the top stitch on them, so I'm going to bring these with me to work on. And I'm going to bring my other template that I have here. It has 2 holes right in the middle, and what I'm going to do while I'm there, if I have time, I just put it on there like this, and I'm going to take a pen and just mark these 2 little dots, because that way I'm going to be able to use my tool here to put the snaps on. So I'm going to bring all of this with me and just have something to work on at the market, and bring my thread snippers so I can trim all the threads off as well. But yeah, I got this done. It is currently 2:11. So I've got about an hour. And we're gonna go pack up the Jeep. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me while we pack up the Jeep, and I've got my hair in braids because it's still blazing hot outside. Praying that the rain stays away. I don't think there's gonna be any rain in Trinity tonight, so let's go pack the Jeep.
Check out Maria and May. Like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe.
You know what to do. Nolly XP.
All right, so we are all packed up for the market. You can see that we are jam-packed full. I'm gonna go pick up my son from school, and then we've got to bring hubby to work, and it's probably about a 45-minute drive or so. So setup starts at 4:30. It's 2:44. I might get there a little bit later, but starts at 6. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of shorter video. I know it's not, I didn't finish any projects. I didn't do anything exciting. I just kind of wanted to take you guys like through a day or two of what it's actually like. A lot of things go wrong. Not everything goes to plan. A lot of things take longer than you think that they do. But yep, we've got a market 6 to 10, and I will see you there. Hello. Okay. It is midnight. It's 11:53. I just got home from the market. I've got a little bit of a vanilla Coke here. This is probably one of my favorite sodas to drink. I don't drink them often, but this video is going to be probably lackluster, I think is the word I'm looking for. I can't even think. My brain is like complete mush at this point. I didn't get any footage at the market. When I was setting up, it was blazing hot outside. My heart rate got to 181 just setting up. So it was a pretty scary event for me. I think that's the highest it's ever been, or that I've ever seen it. My son was with me, which was a good thing for me, thank God, because he helped me set up everything. And I didn't get everything put out like I wanted to, but it's okay. I don't think me setting up everything would have changed the results from this event. It was at a brewery, and a lot of people were just drinking and eating. So that's what I've come to realize at a market that is at like a brewery like that. A lot of people aren't there to shop other than to get drinks and get food and like snacky foods. So I don't even have to look at my, Square app to tell you guys what I sold. I had 4 sales, and it was 2 Kindle sleeves, a medium book sleeve, and a prayer quilt. And the market was from 6 to 10. It was about 40 minutes away. So here it is. It's 11:55, and I'm just not getting home. So everything is still in the car. I'm not even going to unpack it tonight. I'm sorry that I'm so like down, but I am completely drained, and I don't really have words for anything. I can't formulate any words. But I'm sorry that this video is not what it should be. I couldn't really film, not really, I couldn't film because during the market, because where I was, there was also live music going on, and he was literally right behind me. Even if with my mic, you wouldn't be able to hear me. I could barely hear the people that did walk into my booth. So that's kind of where we're at. So I don't have any footage for you guys other than me packing my Jeep up to go to the market. So I apologize about that. And I have the next market is September 12th. It's at a winery, so I'm hoping it's a little bit better. It is a books, bottles, and babes market, so it's going to be like bookish themed, which I'm pretty excited for. I just hope it's not another where people are just kind of like walking around and not buying anything. But it is hot outside, and I know, times are tough for everybody, but it's nice to get my name out there. A couple of people took my cards to shop online for, Christmas presents and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update and tell you that I don't have any footage for you. I don't have any footage of the market or setting up, and I apologize about that. But I am going to take a shower and go to bed, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me this week. I know it's definitely not a video that I am used to doing. I don't like not giving you guys content, but I also want to be real and show you this side of things, and that not every market is going to be great. And even if you have the best products, if people aren't there to shop, you are not going to get sales. So yeah, I'm just going to leave you guys with that. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys next Saturday. Bye.